to a return to the Western Conference Finals, looking to go up 5 for Minnesota with 18-year pro Trayce Jackson-Davis, his first ever playoff. It'll be Randall guarding Draymond Green. Jimmy Butler will be defended by Jaden McDaniels, second team all defense last year. Butler right off the bat, aggressive, missed, the putback is good.
Early, the double pin down into a ball screen for Jimmy Butler. Got a clean look on that first possession. Trayce Jackson-Davis gets caught pushing off.
Here's Edwards, really been looking to drive the ball here in the series. Struggled from 3 the last few games. Randall on the pull-up is good. Julius Randall, career high, 22 points per game this postseason.
A little bit overzealous on that closeout by Draymond Green. I think you make Julius Randall take a 3 with a hand up to start the game.
Jackson-Davis, 19 minutes, had 15 points in the Game 2 loss in Minnesota. Warriors were blown out of that game, 117-93. Here's Green up top, hit 4 threes in Game 1. Missed there, offensive rebound, Podziemski. Now Randall has Butler in the corner with a shot clock at 8. Butler puts it on the floor and gets the floater.
A lot of space there coming off that ball screen into the middle again. He loves that floater from about 8 feet.
Conley, the lob over the head of Gobert. And
get into the lane.
Golden State got here by beating Houston in 7 games, 1 on the road in Game 7. Minnesota easily dispatched of the Lakers in 5. Goes for Jonathan Kuminga. A lot of people thought he might start this game. Kuminga played really well offensively in Game 2. He'll be the first sub, says Steve Kerr tonight. Edwards couldn't get that one, poked by Gobert.
Rebounding advantage in this series, despite the fact that they're significantly smaller.
Randall and Green battling about 20 feet away from the cup. Now Hield on the cut, pulls up, missed the shot, and Gobert tracks down the rebound. Hield has been so good the last 3 games. 33 points in Game 7 against Houston, 24 in Game 1, and played well in the Game 2 loss. Randall for 3. Gobert slaps it out to Edwards. Edwards, no good on his first shot
on that contest.
Check that, Edwards' second field goal try. Minnesota 1 of 5, Golden State 1 of 4. Shot clock at 8. Edwards pulls the trigger and knocks down a 3 ball. Led the league in made threes during the regular season, and then a turnover. Butler and Green not on the same page in the backcourt. Randall up top. Conley will fire and hit. 8-2 Minnesota.
Yeah, Steve Kerr shaking his head after that backcourt turnover, and they've been sloppy with the ball through the first 2 games, but without Steph Curry, each possession even more valuable. You can't have unforced mistakes.
They had 20 turnovers in Game 2, which led to 22 Minnesota points. That's been the issue when the Warriors have struggled all season, has been the turnovers. Here's Jackson-Davis scoring inside against the shot-blocking Gobert. Three and a half minutes gone by in Game 3 with the series tied at 1. Randall on the step back. Too strong. Podziemski, another rebound. He's an excellent rebounding guard. Butler, very assertive here in the first few minutes, attacking the basket, but the rim protector Gobert is there. Butler 1 of 2, driving again on Gobert. Stops, spins, puts up the shot. It's good, his second basket.
And I like the fact that he finished that off with a shot. I've seen a lot of Jimmy Butler in the first 2 games come to that jump stop and immediately look to kick out.
When they acquired him from Miami, as Randall misses a 3, they were under 500. Since then, the Warriors are 28-11, including here in the playoffs. He's been that big of a difference maker for Golden State. Green underneath, Jackson-Davis, his second field goal, and a quick 6-0 goal.
Size up front, athletic ability to finish, even if Gobert is in the area, and he's already got 2 layups.
Conley finds the cutting Edwards, drives through the lane, beautiful move. He's gotten so good at that downhill, always under control.
He's a great athlete, and sometimes those guys will rush that shot. Great patience on that step through by Anthony Edwards to get to the other side, and then a quick shot and miss by Golden State has Minnesota operating again.
Edwards trying to shake Green, can't. Randall goes right at the chest of Jackson Davis, no whistle. And then Randall has it knocked away by Heel. Now they also dealt with injuries.
Can't overstate how hard that is to go to new organization, new personalities to gel with, but more importantly, new spacing to get used to. And I think that
my job is to do a little bit of everything, but obviously the biggest part is to make life easier for Anthony Edwards, who he said is the most confident player he's ever played with. Conley with the floater, and Mike Conley off to a terrific start here for Minnesota with 5 points.
Well, Golden State goes zone on that possession, but they were so extended at the top. There was a massive driving lane for Mike Conley, who just took advantage of it way too easy against your perimeter shell.
Gary Payton coming off the bench and missed the shot. Rebound Gobert. So Kuminga turns out not to be the first guy off the bench. You got both Post, who started game 2, played 3 minutes, and Payton is the first reserves for Golden State. Edwards wrap around to Gobert for the slam. Just 8 points in 6 minutes for Golden State. They really struggled scoring in game 2, obviously missing Steph. Vincenzo checking in, and more defensive intensity, getting to loose balls for him to continue to get playing time. Things were not working well when he was on the floor with Butler and Green after he came back from injury about a month into the Butler trade. Shot clock at 1. Payton's got to put it up. It's another turnover.
Necessarily his strength, but it does loosen up the defense if you take the one that's there.
Hanging and finishing is Anthony Edwards. So how will the Warriors survive with Jimmy Butler, their next best offensive player, on the bench? So far, not good. They're stuck on 8 points here for the last couple minutes. Kuminga baseline jump shot goes down. He was 8 for 8 to start game 2.
What a big shot for Jonathan Kuminga. Picks up after having some success in game 2, but he's got the athleticism to go up over the top of this length by Minnesota.
Edwards to accommodate the Valkyries, the new WNBA team here, playing its home. Look at the upcoming playoff on Monday night. Whoever gets the first pick, and then Knicks Celtics followed by game 4 here.
I think your point was accurate here. Without Jimmy Butler, the identity for their offense, it has to be Kuminga, I think, first option. Podziemski also has to be aggressive in ball screen as he is right here.
Podziemski no good, and rebound by McDaniels. 10 of the 11 shots for Golden State have been.
It is to get a win here at home to extend the series as they wait for Steph Curry.
Boy, ton of contact, a little bit late on the whistle.
Have come down in terms of attempts, so he was 7.5. The other thing, Dave, it helps them set up their half-court defense, which is an elite defense. It gives them better opportunity to get set and communicate.
Check in with Katie for more.
Yeah, guys, Jimmy Butler said he's not a volume shooter, never has been, and probably never will be, but he's going to play the right way. And, you know, the right way, given the circumstances, is likely the aggressive way. Steve Kerr said he had a good conversation this morning with Butler. He said, I didn't even have to tell him. He was preparing to play super aggressive tonight. He has a knack for understanding what's needed, and they need him aggressive, guys.
Unfortunately, the turnover Bears 67% during the regular season. They've got Looney on the floor right now as the backup 5 behind Jackson Davis. Missed the free throw, out to Edwards, wide open. Edwards can't knock it down. Rebound Kuminga. Minnesota by 8, just 11 Warrior points. Kuminga very aggressive, and he'll go to the line.
Can see it's the consistency and doing all of the other little things to help your team win. I think on a consistent basis, that is what the Warriors have been waiting for from Jonathan Kuminga.
1 out of 2 on that trip. Reed fumbled it away, but able to get to it. Good hands, Looney. Got the deflection and forced the turnover. Butler on the face-up. Alexander Walker right in his grill. Butler penetrates. Missed the shot. And Gobert with a rebound. Butler 2 of 4, 5 points in 7 minutes played.
But a good sign that he looked to score on that possession when he got that deep, rather than be.
That's it. We got to be more careful with the basketball. This team thrives off their defense. We can't give them anything easy, and if we can cut down on that, we'll be all right.
You can tell Jimmy Butler wants to be aggressive. What's the key in defending him?
Just trying to make it tough. You know, he's a guy that gets to the free throw line real easy. He's very patient, controls the ball very well, and makes plays for his guys. So we just got to put guys on him and try to make it.
That's what you do with a guy like Kuminga. Give it to him early and let him extend and use that athletic ability.
Randall with the floater. That ends an 11-0 Golden State run. By the way, the Warriors in that first quarter, just 1 3-point attempt. That is the fewest in a playoff quarter for Golden State since Steph Curry's first postseason back in 2013. Obviously, no Steph tonight, missing his second straight game with a hamstring injury.
Some of that is personnel related for the Golden State. Some of it is the way Minnesota has extended out on the Warriors shooters. As you see another example there, Buddy Hield, really no room whatsoever, has to force one up.
And Hield 0 for 3, no points so far in this game. Great hands though into year 9. He's ready for the moment.
He's competing, and they have to with these small lineups. You've got to do more than your share of dirty work.
Randall for 3, spins out. They're 2 for 9 from 3. Golden State 0 for 2. Tie game, minute and a half gone by. Series tied at 1 apiece. Podziemski leaning in. Boy, he continues to struggle. Looney, great defense. Edwards to lead Minnesota. Butler with 11 to top all scores. Conley, Randall on the cut, lays it home. Julius Randle with a couple of buckets here in the second quarter.
When he goes straight down the lane like that and puts his right shoulder into your chest, I don't think there's a shot blocker in the league that's going to be in position to stop that.
Butler again driving, and that hit the foot of Podziemski. Another Warrior turnover, their 6th. Randall in transition. Conley, open 3, swatted away. Kuminga. Conley keeps it alive though. And now McDaniels, corner triple, hit it. Leading to 11 Minnesota points.
Well, the turnovers have led to 11. They also haven't made a 3 yet, so to be down only 3 with both of those numbers on the box score, really impressive how good Golden State's defense has been to this point.
0 for 2 from 3. Draymond Green, by the way, has only played 9 minutes. He was one of those that attempted a 3, late shot clock, and so is Buddy Hield's 3-point attempt late in the shot clock. Here's Reed, drills a 3. Naz Reid shooting close to 50% from 3 in the playoffs. Back-to-back Minnesota triples. Here's Podziemski, and they're going to... Meanwhile, 3 turnovers now in Jimmy Butler. Draymond Green back on the floor. Butler goes to the bench. Moses Moody is...
And again, another quick blow here, I'm assuming, for Jimmy Butler.
Kuminga's already off the bench, checking into the next dead ball. Conley missed the shot, and a push. Randall with a catch. Green on him. Reed will let it fly and hit another one. That's 3 consecutive threes for Minnesota.
Well, if you're Jonathan Kuminga and you close out Naz Reid, you have to come out with one hand high and one down. He had both hands below his waist. Naz Reid had a clean look at that.
11-0 run. Kuminga, though, again soars to the rim and banks it home. Kuminga 4 of 4 from the floor with 10 points. He was 8 of 11 the other night, making his first 8 shots.
Giving them a great lift here. Energy and, more importantly, production.
Gorgeous move by Randall with the footwork.
Yeah, it's tough. If he gets any of the smaller players for Golden State on his back down there.
He had 11 assists the other night, a playoff career high and the most for Minnesota in a playoff game in 25 years. Terrell Brandon, the last to do it. Shot clock at 8. Hield can't get open, so Kuminga drives on Reed. Step back, foul line jumper, not even close. Minnesota's matched its largest lead at 9. Looking to add to it. McDaniels lost the ball. Turnover. Kuminga 2-on-1. Payton takes it himself and lays it home.
Good decision there, because Mike Conley was stunting at Payton. He was going to try to get back and break off that lob if he threw it back to Kuminga. Gary Payton executes that 2-on-1 practice drill.
Randall hesitates. That may have cost him misfire on the triple try. Reed with the...
Never did that on the part of Mike Conley, so Gary Payton gets an easy 2.
Here's Podziemski trying to drive, but Anthony Edwards there. Quiet quarter for Edwards. Podziemski's 3 around and out. Shooting 3 for his last 17 from behind the arc. Edwards fires to Reed. Swing it, Randall, wide open. That's good, a three.
An answer for it right now, guys.
They've only taken two. Three make that in 22 twos attempted. No points for the starting guards. Legs, what are they doing on the perimeter to suffocate the Warriors without Steph on the floor?
Well, they understand there's really occupies two at times and sometimes three defenders on one side of the floor, creates a lot of space on the weak side. That space has been taken away by Minnesota.
Meanwhile, an offensive foul on Draymond Green, another turnover by the Warriors. Edwards hasn't taken a shot yet in the second quarter. Reed on the wing as well. 8 now for the Wolves and 8 for the Warriors. Midway point of the second quarter, it's a 10-point lead for Minnesota. Winner goes up 2-1 in the series. Game 4, Monday night. Pajemski puts it on the floor, leans in, draws the foul.
Put the brakes on, totally different. Reed off the floor, Gobert back in. So you're not as extended if you're Golden State and don't have quite as much ground to cover on these rotations to the weak side.
First points of the game for Pajemski. And almost a turnover at midcourt. Payton hounding Anthony Edwards. Edwards 7 points, 3 of 8 from the floor. 2 assists. McDaniels, shot clock at 2. And now Edwards with 1, sees it, fires it up at the back iron. And Pajemski taps it to Payton. Now Green, quickly ahead, Kuminga. On the switch, Gobert on Butler. And Butler thought about it, elected not to try a three, has yet to take a three in this game. He will now, and it's not even close. 0 for 4. They get another look.
And I don't think a single player on the Warriors has taken a jump shot with confidence in this game. I mean, they're doing a great job in the paint, getting to the line. There's Jimmy Butler again, turning the corner, but they're going to need some perimeter shooting to win this game.
4.5 to go. 4 quick Warrior points. And
DiVincenzo got you again. He had a big smile on his face. I think he knew. Did a great job again of getting in front.
Go at it with the officials. He's 2 technicals shy and 2 flagrant ones shy of a 1-game suspension. So very well behaved so far in this game despite no points. He has drawn a couple charges and sloppy pass that time through the legs of Randall. So now they're off schedule. Kuminga pokes it away. 3 for 10 and 1 of 4 from 3. Pajemski to the corner. Payton wanted no part of that, so he gets it back out to Butler. McDaniels on him. Butler past him into the lane. Underneath, Green puts it in. 6 straight Golden State points and a timeout.
Confidence. Minnesota is responsible for some of that, but some of it is just mentally anticipating the shot before you get the ball.
Traveling by, trying to get free from the clutches of McDaniels. Butler drives, floats it up, no, batted around, and Butler saves it underneath, goes right at Gobert. Boy, a lot of contact, no whistle. Edwards in transition to the corner and Conley. Weaving through traffic. I think that was a lob, actually, but Gobert didn't see it. And a Minnesota turnover, the 10th for the Wolves.
You are watching 2 elite defenses right now.